Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air. There's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birthed most of the chains in the game? No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies, family size. Leather bombers and Nike Sacai's. Dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrives. Rap, Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring. Just like Shorty know her way around the storm. Making hits with Hit Boy, all he gotta do is hit record. Record breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void. Confused, spoiler boys, y'all better keep your poise. Leave me out of the weasel. Be cool when you see me, I'm hot at all that rap deep. The hood know you, so we don't borrow, believe in it. Locked in on the instrumental, I took back the key to this. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. What I'm saying, your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black. What I'm saying, people saying what's already been said. Predictions, I don't listen, it's already in my head, no funny. Your most hungry place, I was past that at 28. Underground tapes, as my ass cap in publishing states. As we slide in the G-Ride, I've been getting criticized, it's keeping me energized. Create with a business mind, I'm from where killers reside. A wild hood, only knew goons since my childhood. Say anything in they raps cause it sound good. Don't even mean what they say, horrible outlook. Y'all ain't really about this house. Y'all was in the house with it. We don't respect fake jewelry and silly outfits. Window down, blowing out. Great tits, New York's J. Prince on Houston Street. I caught the bounce before my even bounced the beat. I took the hard way in it, man, it's the route for me. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black, meet Joe Black. Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birthed most of the chains in the game? Why would I?
You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Pin at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Pin at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose.
find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry to about the 48-yard line. This defense for the Broncos, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their 25-yard line. Now Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The The Broncos 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener, and now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
From the 39, Wilson. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now it's 3rd and 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Here's Wilson to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. You gotta like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. They go play action now. Wilson. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. Really a solid start here in the opening drive. Charles, he's now 4-4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Quick slant to Hamler. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Javonte Williams, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. The extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. Team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. Moore now on the return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Looking to throw is Mahomes. This one to the former Bronco, it's Noah Fant. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Broncos will take over here just shy of the 30. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 7-7, our score after 1. On 2nd and 7, Wilson. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A couple of veterans, Wilson to Sutton there for the Bronco first. Up the middle, it's Williams. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos have taken the lead. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes going right back to Fant. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
Mahomes to throw once more. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete bat. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Wilson. Pass complete to Judy on the out route. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
2nd down and 3. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Wilson. A throw left side, hauled in by Hamler. And he will have the Broncos first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. And that right there, his first incompletion of the game. Pretty remarkable.
So let's start talking about all-time records because with that incompletion, maybe over a 2-game sequence or maybe starts a new streak now because Ryan Tannehill, over 2 games, hit 25 straight. Now, the incompletion, we're taking this record out of play. But Mark Brunell, when he's with Washington, 22 straight completions to start a game. This guy is on fire.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
is intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of the defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. With a slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Now Mahomes to try again after the pick six. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
So first thing that crossed my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. DJ Moore, 47 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half. There's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A full start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. It's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now it's Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Room here to run. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun 2nd half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the 2nd half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton. Finding room at midfield. Down the left sideline. Cortland Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos have broken the tie.
I know we often laugh, but sometimes we even insult the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. Set to return it. Here's Moore. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And some room to run. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And we are all tied at 28. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first two drives of the third quarter, one for each.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll hand it off now. Williams. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Wilson. Touchdown! Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now, as his guys have now moved out in front. Extra point splits the uprights. They will take a 7-point lead. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
And they'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's got room. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, 62 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will tie our game here in the third. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Wilson. That's going to be caught by Judy. Finding space at the 40. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about it in different ways, they got their receivers open so far. It's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Wilson. That's complete. It's Okurebunom. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll run it with Williams. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Here's Wilson to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? To throw is Wilson.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So a big chance goes by the wayside there. A tough break on 3rd and goal.
Yeah, as a general rule, you know you're usually not going to win games with field goals. But in this case, they had 3 points in their pocket. I get what he was trying to do, but that's a big swing of momentum right there.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
On 3rd down, here's Dillon. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action.
So both offenses come to life here in this 3rd quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now here's a handoff out of the gun.
Oh, he's got a little... There he goes, right side. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco.
65 yards.
And the Chiefs strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco.
A 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Chiefs have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead now up to 14.
49, Broncos 35. Harrison Butker to kick off 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And this offense on third down today, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sutton. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And a short gain here down to the 22. Derek Nottie makes the tackle. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's got his tight end Fant. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Noah Fant, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Chiefs tack on another score as they have dominated this fourth quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Broncos 35. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers quickly.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Yeah, he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The pass there complete to Sutton. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Wilson.
Will get that complete to Alberto.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now Wilson on first down.
Finding Sutton on the out route, who makes the catch.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, Wilson.
Open man, he completes it to Judy. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Wilson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Now the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Chiefs, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they will fall to 1-1. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers.
I'm the best, I'm the best.